Hey everyone, okay, so this is a first impressions video of Huda's new products called GloWish, and it is basically like a tinted moisturizer and a bronzer. And there's a couple of brushes as well, and it is a first impressions video. However, it's worth noting that even while this is a first impressions video, it's my second impression because I filmed the entire video about 15 minutes ago and didn't press record. So I'm doing it again. Okay, so before we get on with the actual video, I want to just address two small topics quickly. So the first one is my friend Brianna. Now, she has a YouTube channel, and I've mentioned her numerous times before in videos. She's such a nice person, but she also has this website called skintruth.com where she sells really, what's the word I'm looking for? Effective and advanced skincare treatments. And my skincare is very basic. It's ultra basic. And she reached out and asked me if I'd like to try a really advanced skincare system, which of course I said yes to. Now, I'm not affiliated to her or the brand, but if you want to purchase some products, if you use the code GOS20, you'll get 20% off. And again, I'm not affiliated, so it doesn't affect me if you buy, but 20% off is pretty bloody good. And while I don't know the backstory all that well, I believe, like me, she's had her own personal issues as well, and it's just nice and kind to mention really nice and kind people. So I do hope that if you aren't following her YouTube channel, you do, and definitely check out her skincare website because it is pretty amazing, and the products you can get there. So I've actually just started them. I started them 2 nights ago, and I'm going to use the entire things up and see where it takes us. I'll give you a little glance into what I'm using. Some I've tried before, but most I haven't. So IS Clinical Complexing Cleanser. So I've used that before and it's great. There's a GloBiotics Probiotic Skincare. So there. A tea tree mask, which is really nice. I'm not a fan of masks. Look how bright that is. Not a fan of masks normally, but it looks amazing. I'm loving the texture of this one the most, which is Stem Factor Osmosis MD. And it's a really amazing growth factor serum. I've got a Ultra MD SPF 44. How bright that camera is. And I've got 2 products, which is from a brand I've used before, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Epionce, perhaps? You can tell me because I'm a bit stupid. And I've got a purifying toner and also the Lytic Plus TX Retexturizing Lotion. Not only can I not read, but I'm also blind. So I've only started them a couple of days ago. I'm using the entire things and see where it takes us. But it is, I mean, my skincare is so simple. So definitely take advantage of the code, and please follow her on YouTube and just give her some love and support because she's a really good person, and I think it's nice to give good people good things. Okay, so the second thing I want to mention before we just jump into it is I want to give you a little update on the tooth situation. So as many of you know, I've had nothing but teeth problems since February, and I had a root canal done at the dentist and it didn't go very well and it caused a lot of pain, and I went to an endodontist then to get it checked out, who basically specialists in root canals, and they found an additional root that hadn't been filled. So I had that done, and today I went this morning to have the second part of that treatment done because the tooth was still hurting. And it wasn't, I mean, this endodontist is brilliant. He's really good. But this was the first time it's ever twinged during the appointment. And while it didn't really hurt, it was just twinging. I was aware of the tooth. And after the treatment was redone again, he then pulled up the x-ray and said that there is probably a fifth root in that tooth. A fifth root. And it's one that he's not able to access. So he basically said, if this doesn't calm the tooth down, this last treatment, then you're going to have to pull it because there's no way around it. We can't access that root. And he showed me it on the x-ray. I mean, who has 5 roots in a tooth? So it's all a bit depressing, which is why I'm filming this now, because my tooth is numb at the moment and I don't know how it's going to feel later, and I might not want to film for a few days. So that's the tooth situation, at least with the root canal over with. Right, let's get on with the products. So we're going to start with basically the tinted moisturizers. Now I got 3 shades here. I got medium tan, medium, and light medium. Now I'm going to use light medium, but I can tell you from the first impressions video I just did, it's a bit too dark for my skin. I should have got the medium. Now this is I should have got the light. Now this is 40 mils of product in, which is really good. Now it takes about 2 pumps of product in order to cover one's face, assuming your face doesn't need huge amounts of coverage, because you're not going to get that from this formula. But I think it still offers at least a medium finish, but that's my opinion. I'm going to use Huda's brush, which is the Face Bronzing and Blush Brush. And I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to dot it on the face, and I'm going to blend it with the brush. So I already know how this is going to turn out, but you don't. So I'm just going to kind of take the product on, because I just want it on the skin to begin with, and then I'm just going to finesse it as we go along. So I'm just going to circle all throughout the face. Now this is, as you can probably tell, too dark for me. Gives me a tan complexion, which is nothing wrong with that, but I'm quite happy with my own skin color. So I should have gone a shade lighter at least, if not perhaps 2. Now the finish is dewy, but it doesn't feel dewy like wet dewy, it just looks dewy. There's quite a bit of shine to this. So for those of you who like a really dewy finish, or for those of you who have drier skin, I think you're going to like it. Although of course with drier skin, you probably aren't going to be able to use a brush like I am, because it will cause micro exfoliation on the skin. So you're better off with fingers or a sponge. Now I think that finish is really nice. It is just a touch too dewy for me. And what I mean by that is I need to powder some areas, which I will do right at the end. But the finish is lovely. The coverage, I think, is definitely medium, but it is just a little bit too deep for my complexion. But it is excellent. It really is excellent. So next we're going to talk about the GloWish, which is the bronzers. And this is the Soft Radiance Bronzer. I got them in 3 shades. I got the medium, I got the tan light, and I got the deep tan. So we're going to use the brush, which is the Huda GloWish brush, and it is the airbrush finish. This is so interesting, right? So here is the brush. It's really nice. Looks really similar to a brush I released, an airbrush I released a couple of years ago. This one. They look do they not look similar to you? I mean, come on. I know it's just a coincidence, but I'm just saying, they look really similar. Okay, so I'm going to use the medium because I'm already pretty tanned. So I'm going to take the airbrush, and I'm just going to kind of just do this in the product. And I'm going to take it along the sides of the face here. Now I could definitely go up a color, but I really don't want to, because I just think it will be a little bit too much bronzing. And despite the way these look in the pan, they're pretty matte. So they aren't overly shimmery, which is really nice when you consider how dewy this tinted moisturizer really is. I'm going to take that same product and then just curve it over the entire portion here. Same thing on the other side, just curve it all the way around, making sure I hit the sides of the nose, not contouring, just kind of adding that glow. And I'm just going to hit a little bit kind of here as well. Now obviously I need to do the neck, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to wash this off. But the finish is beautiful. I mean, it really is. It just is absolutely lovely. And it's not, and even though I haven't powdered this skin yet, it isn't pulling or dragging or moving that product either. So what I'm going to do is just take a really small amount of just powder, because I just feel that there's just a little bit too much shine going on in the T-zone area. And I just think it needs to be taken down just a little bit, because shiny skin or dewy skin can look beautiful, but when it's in the wrong areas, it can be distracting. And I just think doing that center face just makes the rest of the skin look really beautiful. But when you see someone straight on, it looks pretty matte. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. I think these products are great. I'm going to get the other shades 100% because they're brilliant. And I am going to get the remaining bronzer shades because they're just lovely. The marbled look in them. I mean, the whole thing is just super pretty. You know, it's just very, very lovely. And the brushes are really nice. They're synthetic. I mean, naughty. I'm just kidding. I know it's a complete coincidence, but so similar. But really, really like it. And I actually think that this tanned look looks really nice. It looks really healthy. I just add a little bit of a red blush to the kind of high points of the face, and you know, I think that would look epic. I might do that now. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blusher, really quite haphazardly as well, you know, just to give the illusion of slightly sunburnt skin with this look. And then I'll just kind of go over it slightly with that brush. But it's lovely. It's such a good, in case you're wondering what blush I used my blush, which is this one here. It comes with a highlighter as well. It is the Bright Poppy palette, and I love it. And it's just one of those palettes that anyone can wear. You just need to use a light hand. But there you go. Really great products, really great products. I think that's a really nice look. So let me know what you think, and I'll leave all the information on Brianna and all these products in the description bar. And don't forget to use my code GOS20 and you get 20% off. And once again, I'm not affiliated. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.